Riley is now a contributor at OutKick and host of the Gains for Girls podcast, and she joins me now. Riley, great to have you with us. Let's get a quick reaction to Pam Bondi from you and the fact that she is pushing back at the state level against states like Maine and potentially New Jersey, who are just not going to comply with this executive order.
Well, to put it pretty plainly, isn't it nice to have accountability back in the White House? Look, if you don't comply, get axed. This is how it should be. The Constitution is very, very clear that federal laws, such as Title IX, take precedence over state laws. I think the government of Maine is about to be reminded of that very soon in a manner that they won't like. And it's important to mention, Maine received over $5.1 billion in federal funds last year. There's no way that a small state, I think the population is like 1.4, 1.5 million, and a very poor state at that, can survive without federal funding. Same thing with Minnesota. They received, I think, about nearly $40 billion in federal grants. In California, they were $8 billion in federal grants just for education systems, kindergarten through 12th grade. So I'll be back in Minnesota on Monday to continue to push back, because as you alluded to, even with President Trump back in the White House, the war on woke has certainly not been won yet.
Yeah. Laura Libby, you posted quite a bit about this, sticking up for her. She ended up leaving the chamber and going out into the hall and delivering her whole speech on Facebook. I think we have a little bit of that there.
Governor Mills and Augusta Democrats are so dug in on this radical political agenda that they are willing to throw away $250 million in federal education aid rather than follow long existing federal law, Title IX.
So obviously this story caught your attention, Riley. Give us your thoughts on it. And she's right. I mean, think about all the kids that won't get that $250 million in federal funding, and even more than that cumulatively if they don't follow this order.
And that's the message that the governor of Maine, Governor Mills, has sent very loud and clear. She would rather lose over $5 billion altogether in federal funds to send the message that boys deserve to and are entitled to, by law, trample on girls in the process. I commend, and I am so proud and so grateful for Representative Libby. And just looking at this, watching a female representative lose her ability to vote and to speak on the House floor for defending girls and women. No, this didn't happen in Afghanistan. This happened right here in America.
Riley, thank you very much. Riley Gaines, and I know that you have a new ad out that talks about the NCAA potentially not upholding this rule. The Olympics, I guess, are not far behind, right? Quick thought on that before I let you go.
Yes, ma'am. We partnered with XXY Athletics to release this ad directly, a message to Charlie Baker, a message to the NCAA. They released a policy following President Trump's executive order claiming to fall in line, but the NCAA policy is in direct conflict with President Trump's beautifully and thoroughly written executive order.
I'm going to just think about growing up and all the people who fought so hard for Title IX to develop these young women athletic programs and all of the women who've benefited from them. It's a different world. Riley, thank you so much. Always good to see you.
Thanks, Martha.